as you develop yourself as a public personality, going through your everyday trials and tribulations that you go through, you know, what a freaking beautiful market. Wow, beautiful market. I'm telling you. So I don't know if this just happens in the life of every trader, but I follow and watch interviews of other successful traders, and you know, I do this, and one thing that I noticed about Ian Dunlap is that he trades. He always talks about futures and other investments outside of stocks, and that's where I'm at as a serious investor. I just want to go to that next level where you understand how the different markets correlate to one another in relativity of this one goes up, this one goes down. When you see that maybe this particular market is going down, that may mean that bonds are up. How do different markets correlate to one another? But also futures and forex. I wanted to know about both of them. So I thought that my best introduction would be uh, forex futures, and I thought about it, and I thought about, man. I asked a relative of mine, my big cousin. He trades forex, so I asked him what currency pair did he trade. Now he trades, I think, the Australian U.S. dollar pair, and me myself, I found my currency pair, and futures is different, but the fact that it's no cap on the way you could trade, so you could just, if you know how, if you have the ability to scout in the futures, in futures, you could just, I in my mind, I'm thinking like, you could definitely, I guess I hear people saying that they make thousands of dollars a day. I guess when you add more contracts, that's absolutely positively so. When the contract goes your way, um, man, it's a different game because you could just, it's a 24-hour market, and so um, you know, let's say, my first futures trade, I was in it for like 2.5 weeks before I made some money. I had some drawdowns, and I stayed in the trade, and I eventually made some money. I ain't saying I made a lot of money, but I, it's like I'm new to forex. I'm new to forex futures forex. I'm new to the whole concept, but learning how to trade futures and how to put in the stops and to take profit, uh, the take profit, levels. I see this changing my life. You know what I'm saying? Like even rounding me out more as an investor, because now it's another way that I could produce income from a whole nother market outside of the stock market. And it was the ability to read Fibonacci candlesticks and be certain about recognizing what the Fibonacci candlestick patterns are indicating as to whether it's a downtrend or a reversal. It Fibonacci candlesticks are the way. I got in this trade. I got in this trade right about here at about one 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 131. Actually, about probably a little bit up here. And I got in the trade somewhere around here and stayed in that baby to up there smack money and got back in trying to ride this way back up. And this was the high in November. And we right here headed back up toward that high. So the reversal in the trend that I read saying that this was finna reverse as it was headed down. Well, I got in the trade in November up in here. So remember I said I had a drawdown. I got in the trade up here. It went up, came all the way down. I didn't get out. I stayed in. I rode it all the way back. They had liquidity sweeps right here. I put my level like right below there. Rode that bitch back up. I took the drawdown, rode that bitch up, smack money. I always put my stops below the liquidity sweep levels. My stop was like down here somewhere. So they came down, tried to sweep. He came back down here, he sweep. They wiped out 2 contracts right there. That's where I had 3 contracts. They wiped out 2 when they came down. I had one right below the regular sweep, which was right here. They came down. I had one. I had them below the regular sweep, which was right there. So I had them right here. They came down, snatched 2 contracts. I had another one right there, and they missed it. And that's the one that got in the money. And when me and Chat GPT talked out my strategy, because it was a losing trade when I bought the 3rd contract. He like, you was trading like a professional. Why would you buy another contract in a losing trade? And when I told him why, they said that was some genius shit to drop the 3rd one below the liquidity pool sweep. And they said in Forex, they known to go and sweep below the level of the last, you know what I'm saying? Like they go down past where you see the stop, where you see what you think is an entry point. They sweep down below that on Forex more than in stocks. So I put my shit below that third contract, and that's the one that when they swept down on the liquidity sweep, they hit the other two contracts, and that one stayed, and it got in the money. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. And so the fact that you can trade forex 24 hours a day, basically. The market shut down from 5 p.m. to 6 Eastern Standard Time, and then it's back open, and it's all day trading sessions on different time zones. And so yeah, we in this trade, and you know. I see futures as something that can change a brother's life, and so that's what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? I'm trading futures, I'm trading stocks, the stock market. What? What? You didn't do that, did you? The stock market is really, in my opinion, just, it really did change my life. It really changed my life. I wasn't really thinking that in my opinion, like the the most the a key thing that you could do, to me, I feel like it's one of the most important things that you could do. I believe truly that it will help you in developing your own strategy if you're going to follow somebody else's strategy, which usually be based on pullbacks and entry points, and you know they base things around moving averages, and all that's historical data. And that's wonderful when you're looking at price movement, and you're looking at historical price movement over time, quarterly in comparison, year by year. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. But at the same time, nobody has. This is not a historical market. This is a new evolving stock market that will never be the same due to the advent of social media and podcasting, and ability of information, whether it's true or false, to be spread so quickly. And the fact that so many new investors are coming into investing without um, psychological psychological mindset to to have the ability to resist fear. Put it that way. A new investor is not have this has not developed the psychological fortitude to not panic. And so you have to develop that psychological fortitude to not panic, to be calm. And to allow the Fibonacci candlestick patterns will show you what the market is doing. And then that's when you stretch out and you go out a month. And when you go out a month and you look at this chart from a 1 month, well, go to it from a 3 month. If you go on the 3 months, you see it was going up. Higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. In October, this when all the madness hit. And markets start going freaky. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Then it dipped down to its lowest point, which was right around here. November the 21st, right before the holiday. Now it's trending back up. Now it's trending back up. So the market is trending back up, and like it's still an opportunity. Like 173.35, 180, considering that they are about to smack 200 and beyond. Considering that Robinhood at 131 to me still a buy, and Nvidia at 180 is still a buy. Palantir at 173 is still a good entry point, considering that these stocks are targeted to go to 200 and beyond. What's up, user? What's up, K? #1 supporter. Like and subscribe. You ain't like. We need those likes up. We need those likes. I need those likes, bro. I need all of y'all, brothers and sisters. I need the likes. They, they, they do something for the algorithm of the channel. Please hit the like button, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. At 1,000 subscribers, we will have a monetary cash giveaway because at that time, the channel will be able to be monetized. And at that point, we want to give back to the community that supported us and that helped us get to that point of monetization where this channel will be generating income. So I want you to like and subscribe. Subscribing could possibly be beneficial to you when we start the monetary cash giveaways, and we have merch in development. Merch is in development. Look at Netflix. This is still a buy 103 in my opinion. And these are just my opinions. I don't give investment advice. I just give my opinion. Once again, I don't give investment advice. This is my disclaimer. I don't, all investments incur risk, and you have the potential and the possibility to lose some or all of your investment when investing, and even still, to I feel it's irresponsible as an American citizen, and it's irresponsible to you and your family to take every time you get paid to take the money, and if every time you get paid all you do is spend your paycheck, and you don't take a portion of that paycheck and put that money into a place where that money can work for you and generate you more income. The best thing to do is to learn how to invest. Investing is not trading. You don't have to sit in front of a computer. You buy the stock at the lowest price and you hold it until you the stock goes higher. The teacher, my teacher, who I study with, Jim Cramer, which today is the last day to join the CNBC Investing Club to get 4 months of club membership for $100. Today is the last day to join the CNBC Investing Club and get 4 months of membership for $100. Um, yes, it is. And I think that would be a great investment into your future and you learning how to invest. Mason, how are you? What's good, Brother Mason? And like I said, futures is something different, y'all. It's a little, I think trading futures is a little bit more complex than stock options contracts. But once you learn how to place your stops, and it's easy for a call to place your stops, but it's easy to go long in futures. The difficulty is like you do the order in reverse when you short, and I can't explain it right now, but you do the order in reverse when you short, and I'm in this trade. I'm long in this trade, and I chose to trade the Great British Pound and the U.S. dollar, the two most powerful countries to me in the world. America was created from the children of Great Britain, and the first colony where my Native American ancestors come from, the Virginia Native Americans, we didn't deal with the uh, religious rebels that fled England to New England. The 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 English that came to Virginia were the king's cousins and members of nobility who settled in the first colony, and knights and dukes and earls. And so my people, the Virginia, the Indians, the Native American population of the Virginias are mixed with Scottish and English noble blood in our veins. That's another story. But if you really wanted to know, that is the reason why I chose to trade the Great British Pound in the US dollar for my futures Forex pair. Seemed like it seemed like as a Native American who is descended from royal blood from a knight from England who settled in America, and his son settled in Amherst County, Virginia, where my great-grandfather Henry Marshall Alexander Carter was born through the Carter bloodline. Our blood traces back to the Plantagenet family. El Negro Plantagenet. Former blood gang member. I'm still a blood. I ain't even gonna say former. I'm still a blood. I just don't commit crimes, you know. Record producer and a trader. Go check out the albums on all music platforms. Santorio Hector. Center Park Blood and peace to my homie Blood Actor. Good things come to those who hustle. And you got legitimate grinds. This is a legitimate grind getting that money out that market. And so when you learn how to trade the stock options contracts, what I like about stock options contracts, you do the swings and the leaps. I think stock options contracts is the quickest way to free yourself from your day job. You know what I mean? Because you could place your stock options contracts. And when you swing them out right, if you read the Fibonacci like you're supposed to, when you do swings and leaps on your stock options contracts, if you read the Fibonacci right, they going to get in the money early. So you'll have situations like I used to have when you be at work and you be like, let me go check my options contract. It might be November. It don't expire to December. But if you read the Fibonacci candlesticks right, you might swing it out to December, actually knowing that it's gonna get in the money this week. The faster it get in the money, the more I make. Stock options contracts is the fastest way, in my opinion. Not even buying and holding and investing in stocks, and buying dividend stocks and ETFs, exchange traded funds that pay monthly dividends, and dividend stocks. That's the best way to compound your portfolio. Now, while you compounding, you should be purchasing and learning about stock options contracts, because stock options contracts, that's not day trading. So you can invest and trade options contracts without having to day trade, and you could smack. And the thing about options contracts is, say you buy three contracts for $500 on options contracts. Normally, this could be some exceptions, but normally your premium is all you could lose. So you pay $500 for 3 contracts, but those 3 contracts could eventually be worth $5,000. You pay $500. They could grow to be worth $2,000, $1,000. Your $500 plus your money back. $700. Your $500 plus 2 back. It really all depends. Some people want to invest to save for retirement. They enjoy working their job. They love what they do. Man, salute to those people who love what they do, and you don't mind getting up and going to a 9 to 5 every day and working for somebody else. I don't mind getting up, going to a 9 to 5 every day and working for somebody else with the thought of I'm working and earning this paycheck to finance a business of my own so that I could free myself, not free myself from working, but free myself from working for someone else and having to wait for them to pay me when I can pay myself and build my brands. And my whole thing was that the record business is expensive, and I produce records, and I pay for these artists to go into the studio, and I pay for the records to be put out, and I pay the distributor every year, year after year, to keep the music up on the platforms. And we know that the music in the music business, music does not generate income the way that it does. And everybody support the quarter of stream movement. When I came home from prison in 2013, it's funny how they always find a way to take from our people the ownership and the monetary value of things that we created. I mean, when I came home from prison in 2013, there was some companies that was paying $1.50 a stream, and now what? A half a penny a stream. I'm pushing for a quarter a stream movement. A quarter a stream should be the minimum payout, especially for companies. You got DistroKid charging people every year to keep your music up on the platform. Shout out CD Baby, who you only pay one fee one time, and your music is up on the platforms forever. That's who I'm getting ready to go back to as far as with distribution is with CD Baby. CD Baby, formerly known as Disc Makers, who pressed up all the CDs and cassettes and did all the manufacturing for most of the major labels back in the day. That's who CD Baby really is. So I'm getting ready to make that transition back to dealing with CD Baby, formerly known as Disc Makers. I was probably the one of the first Cleveland independent artists and record labels getting my cassettes and CDs or whatever manufactured by the same people who were manufacturing projects for the major labels. What's up, Ryad? How would you say that? Ryad? Red? ¿Cómo está? Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, y'all. How y'all got the top fan slots and ain't liking and subscribing when you pop in the video? I got the number one supporter and the number three supporter and only one like in the like and subscribe, fellas. And especially subscribe so when we have that $1,000 giveaway when we reach 1,000 subscribers. When we reach 1,000 subscribers, y'all think this a game? When we reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna have 10 people randomly selected from my subscription, from my subscribers, and we're gonna give them a $100 cash giveaway. Um, what's happening in the market right now? Let's go look. Let's go look. Hey. So last week, I was going crazy. So last week, my account had dropped down to 24,000. Shit. I was like, oh my God, huh? What the hell is going on or whatever? It dropped down and now it's it's at 37. 24,000 to 37 is 14,000, 13,000, 24 to 34. It's $13,000 gain from last Friday up until now. $13,000 gain we recovered. Back in the portfolio. Who do this for real and who don't? I'm new to this. I only been trading full time since July the 1st when they wrongfully terminated me from my job and was fighting, trying to keep me from getting my unemployment for like months. They fought. Like, who does that? What company? The supervisor lied on me and said I said some shit that I didn't say to get me fired from my job, which I love being a maintenance man in this bitch and going and fixing people's shit. I've been at this job for 2 years. I had just hit my 2 year anniversary. I was so proud of myself. These motherfuckers lied on me and got me fired, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it forced me into a position. It forced me into a situation. And this was the situation that it forced me into. Like, I got to figure out how to take this money that I have been putting into the market for me and my children's future and figure out how to keep flipping this shit right now and make it pay my bills. I found my Forex pair. Great British Pound, US dollar, that's my pair. This is my pair. And I got in this trade right up in here at the end of November. And they try to shake me up. They stopped out 2 contracts down there. I had 1 down here, and now we all the way back up here. Licking! That part of the game. You could do this. You know what I mean? You don't even have to do this professionally. But just answer me this one question. How can you get ahead? How will you ever get ahead if every time you get paid, all you do is pay bills and buy things? How you renovate your home? How you produce extra money to pay for activities for your children? Or it's a way to be able to improve your quality of life. It's a way to be able to improve your quality of life, even if you're getting stimuluses and handouts from the government. They don't know where no money coming from. You need to learn how to invest. If you can read and write, and you can understand and comprehend, then you can invest. $8 a day and at $23 an hour is $184 a day. When they fired me on a wrongful termination based off a lie that these people created and really intentionally to get me fired from my job, or else I wouldn't have won my lawsuit, you know what I mean? They basically copped out and agreed to mediate, so they agreed to settle. Now, my skin ain't always, I already got messed up skin. It ain't always broke out now because I'm in these dirty apartments fixing shit. People don't all be clean. And Trying to get back, man. Trying to get back. You heard me? Futures. Forex. Forex futures, man. Wow. That is going to be the game changer. Forex futures. It definitely is. What did it hit right here? I'm in the trade for the long haul, man. I see the Forex is a little bit different on the scalp side. You can scalp this bitch all day long. you can scalp up, boom. Scalp $30, $20, $70, $40. It's wild. And then you could do that shit at non-stop, brother. You know what I'm talking about? Once I figure out the Forex, once I figure out the futures, it's really gonna change the game for me as an investor. I'm picking stocks. The goal is to buy a whole portfolio, the options contracts, and the Forex futures, and eventually to understand futures, oil, gold, silver. I think you know, if you're interested in learning how to trade, it's a lot of Fibonacci candlestick pattern. It's a lot of Fibonacci candlestick.
Stop drawing trend lines. Stop doing what every other retail trader is doing.
There's so much shit on the internet.
Traders don't trade this way.
There's so much shit on the internet, though. But I'm gonna tell
MUNEHISA HOMO, the man who made over 10.
I'm gonna show you the candlestick pattern. This is how I learned to trade candlestick patterns.
Do you know this trader? His name is MUNEHISA HOMO, the man who made over $10 billion in today's money using nothing but candlestick patterns. I've spent months studying his original methods and trading philosophy, decoding how he used simple candles to predict price movements with incredible accuracy. And today, I'll show you the exact candlestick patterns he created and used, and how you can apply them too to drastically transform your trading results. In this video, you will learn the secret method MUNEHISA HOMO.
So, you want to learn this, you go to Pro Trading School and subscribe. Go to Pro Trading School, Pro Trading School to go check out this video. And this is the video.
Do you know this trader? His name is MUNEHISA HOMO, the man who made over $10 billion in today's money using nothing but candlestick patterns. I've spent months studying his original methods and trading philosophy, decoding how he used simple candles to predict price movements with incredible accuracy. And today, I'll show you the exact candlestick patterns he created and used, and how you can apply them too to drastically transform your trading results. In this video, you will learn the secret method MUNEHISA HOMO used to read market psychology, how to trade like Homer using the Marubozu candle, how to use the Tonkachi and Nagareboshi to spot trend reversals.
Master candlesticks patterns in 26 minutes. Pro Trading School. That's how I learned. That gave me the most understanding. I read a lot. I watched a lot of videos on reading Fibonacci candlestick patterns. However, MUNEHISA's Sakata 5 method of following and following the different candlesticks as they develop patterns, as they develop and form, and you read. Each candlestick is a trend indicator. It's an indication of something evolving and happening in the market. And this is why I say, if you read Fibonacci candlesticks, then in essence you can chart. And if you can chart, then you can find trends. And if you can find trends, you can trade. If you desire to be a trader. Remember, as an investor, all you have to do is just buy the stocks and hold them 5 years, 10 years, and longer. And you may return a profit sooner. Jim Cramer says, once you get up 20%, take your cost basis out, meaning if you put $1,000 in, when you up 20%, you could take that 1,000 out and let the rest run. Once you make your money back, you take your money out and let the rest just continue to run. Take some profits off the table. Don't just look at the profits in there. Take some profits off the table. Institutional investors still trying to shake people out. Don't fall for that shit. Palantir and Nvidia going up. Don't fall for that shit. If you guys keep falling for the shakeout, you're going to get shook out. They ain't doing nothing but coming down trying to tap everybody out. Who got it upside calls down here? It's going to come back down around this level and then it's boom, it's gone. You want to get in Nvidia and Palantir. It's like today is the day to do it. Just like today is the last day to get your 4 months of membership in the CNBC Investing Club. Today is going to be the last day to do a lot of shit. I'm not the politically correct investor. Sometimes God help me because I'm trying to really eliminate cursing from my vocabulary because I feel like that. In my most southern gentlemanly voice, being from the Virginian side, I'm a complete Native American gentleman, indeed. Land owning, land bearing. We shall be successful in all that we do. And you will understand about the Chickamauga, Kituwa, Unami Wolf Band of Cherokee, Delaware, Shawnee. Shit about to go crazy. All this shit about to go crazy. It's shaking you out the market if you just have no confidence in yourself. No confidence in the investments that you chose. Did you choose them for a reason? Did you just buy these investments because everybody else was buying them? Or did you buy them because you understand the role that these companies are going to play in the future of America and the evolution and the biblical prophecies of the end time? For those that know that nobody's coming to save us, it's just that, except for God. You know what I mean? But he put the tools before us to utilize. The only tool that you need to utilize is to stand on righteousness. Listen, you are blocking your success when you're trying to block other people's success. You are blocking your success when you are talking negatively and talking down on other people. You are blocking your success when you are causing dissension and division and confusion. Those things are the works of the devil and his children. The dark side. As slight as you think your actions may be, you're not doing works of righteousness. So how ultimately, because we all have shortcomings and we all have issues that we deal with in life as human beings, as people, we're imperfect. And because of our imperfections, we make mistakes, every last one of us. But intentions are everything. And when you intentionally seek out to destroy people and to tear people down and to do wicked deeds, you have nothing coming in life from God, liars and thieves, from people. You have nothing coming. Look, I told y'all, they was coming down to stomp out everybody that got long right here. Look. Liquidity sweep. Ow! Pass they stops. Stop their ass out. Cause if they ain't take profit up here, they ain't let this shit gonna go all the way down. They stopping their ass out. Like, oh no, they thought it was gonna keep going up. Let's get these motherfuckers out. Free up some shares. Get out them option contracts, all that. Bling bling, drop low past the liquidity sweep. Oh shit, they swept them out. Let's go out a month. We gotta see how far they going. Who they trying to shake out now? Yeah. Let's go to a 3-month range. The last shakeout. 3-month range. Give it to me. Who is the last shakeout? See, these hoes play too many games. That's what I'm saying. I'm about to go to a different platform. I fuck around, create my own fucking trade platform, work something out with the stock exchanges. I'll be the first motherfucker, man, of color to have his own trade platform. Fuck out of here. Playing games with the people with all the technical indicators. You can buy every motherfucking thing. Fuck is wrong with them playing with me? They about to pull this bitch down to right here. This bitch about to hit. I know it ain't coming back to 165 right quick. That'd be ludicrous. Them niggas already got out. anybody that's holding NVIDIA to hit 200 in January, that's a real player. I ain't finna shake about that shit. You ain't shaking niggas like, excuse me, you're not shaking brothers like Troy, Rashad, and Ian out there. January upside calls on these stocks or nobody else that's a professional trader. I don't give a fuck if they retail or not. A professional, independent professional trader don't think like the average retail trader. That's why most traders are not successful. Ain't. If that's what they trying to do, let's just fucking forget about it. Anybody that's still in the trade, as it dropped down to one, as it dropped down, it ain't. If they swing that bitch back down to 164, if I would suggest you start buying shit tons of that shit. I wish they would push NVIDIA back down that low. Low to go. 164. You gotta have a cold ass psychological mind for this game. You gonna holler at my peoples and whatnot on some of my other platforms that I know is with the business with this investor, but I don't know what it really is. You know what I'm talking about? Look at Robinhood, it's about to go stupid. 150 and beyond. You know what I'm talking about? 131 is a buy going to 150 and beyond, in my opinion. 150 and beyond for Robinhood. Robinhood gonna smack 200 before the end of next year. On everything, I'm like, yeah, because I feel like this coming April or May, this shit might repeat itself or it might not. But I guess what I will be prepared either way. I found something to help. I found something to leverage against the semiconductor trade. So if my semiconductor stocks go down, this motherfucker goes up. Inverse leverage. It's all type of financial instruments to protect your portfolio. So you don't have to panic. You have to research. Did you hear what I said? You don't have to panic. You have to research. You have to learn how to read, how to write. You have to go back to school. You don't have to know how to do algebra or any of that. You have to know how to do basic math and know how to multiply and add. You should want to. And you should want to elevate yourself. If you didn't get a GED, you should want to go get one, or a high school diploma. You should want to further your education and learn more skills. You know, you must learn how to utilize artificial intelligence for your own benefit and your own good. And find a way to be the most productive individual and the most skilled individual and well-spoken individual that you can be to make yourself an asset. You are the asset. Man, in my opinion, y'all buy a shit ton of this shit if they push that shit back down. If they crazy, they want to open up the door for the real G's to this. Oh, I got a big ass check. I should have a big ass check. I'm about to go get that bitch. Let me call these people and see where this money at. Dude, the fuck? I'm about to put that shit right in the market. I do it. I get money. I'm gonna spend that shit. I'll put that shit in the market. I can't be like, I can't wait to get this money and put that in the market. I'm gone, y'all. I got some shit to do. Shit, I know it tastes good. Get shook out your shit. It's trying to play hardball. Y'all either gonna survive or you not. And you better pick up them scriptures and read that Bible and that Torah and that Quran. That's so you know what's going on around you. Stay prayed up with the Spirit of God on your side. Wickedness, trample wickedness under your feet. We demon slayers in the earth. You always think they always got some movies about vampires and those that represent good and those that represent evil. That's real. As you talking about, we represent what's righteous. We're not groveling down. The Bible say the kingdom of heaven suffering violence and the violent take it by force because we represent what's right. We supposed to be soft and let people that represent what's wicked run all over us. If you out here living in and promoting ignorance and darkness, how you expect to prosper or to have anything coming? If you out here and somebody being successful or they striving to be successful and all you doing is trying to interrupt their success and interfere with their success and put bad paper on them and talk down on their name, what you really got coming from God? What you got coming in the earth? It's clearly written out how it go if you believe for those that represent good and for those that represent darkness. It's clearly written out how it goes. You're mad because somebody else got their blessings, because somebody else woke up and somebody else realized that I have to do a 360. All of this, excuse me, what my white daddy used to call it. He ain't mean no harm. What my white daddy used to call it, because he definitely wasn't a racist. But it was a state of mind. All this nigga shit, that nigga shit. I'm watching a game podcast yesterday. These motherfuckers going into suburban with it. In suburban area. It used to be suburban areas was safe. I know these people move their kids to a suburban area to get them away from gangbanging in California. And these niggas done went and shot up a child, a 2-year-old. They shot up a 2-year-old's birthday party and shot like a dozen people and killed like 2 or 3 children and several adults. They should be tortured to die. And you know I believe in God and forgiveness, but like, yo, like they should just be tortured. They should be just removed from the earth. Like, you know, in the old laws of God would have destroyed them immediately. So I feel like the Lord give us too much mercy sometimes. God forbid that I'm saying that, because he gave me more than anybody. I died and he brought me back. Promise I died. And I ain't know I was dead, but when I woke up, I knew I had died. And I tell the story, and it's a true story. I was in a coma for 3 days. I came out the coma, and I died. And God woke me up. And, you know, really ever since then, it was just a struggle to try to break myself from that street mentality. And because I was deep into the streets and the gang life and that mentality. It was hard to really, I was spoiled as fuck. My white father had his own businesses. If I wanted to work, I worked. If I didn't work, it ain't like I ain't had shit. I had everything cause we was spoiled like that. My dad was connected to the Jews, the mafia in Cleveland. Cleveland had a powerful mafia family. I was a young mafia associate cause who my dad was. I was running my dad's construction sites in my 20s as a 20-year-old running my dad's construction sites, competent person on the job. Why I chose that street shit. Connected to all the politicians in Cleveland. They know who I am. Like, I'm somebody in the streets of my city. I'm talking about in the bloody streets of my biddy. I'm somebody. That's on blood gang. But I don't gang bang. I was trained and mentored by T. Rogers. Go Google him and research him. The founder of the Almighty Black Peace Stone Blood Nation on the West Coast, where Denzel was at in training day. The neighborhood where Denzel was at in training day. My trainer and my mentor was the founder of that blood neighborhood in California. I'm a Center Park blood, and my big homie that brought the Bloods to Cleveland in 1987 came from Inglewood, California. My story is real. My mama baby brother is a neighborhood Crip, Eastside Linwood neighborhood. Eastside Linwood Ian Hood got sentenced to 19 years in the Ohio Crip conspiracy case. Everything about my life is real. It's nothing fake. This is a reality YouTube channel about my life as a day trader, as a record producer. And go download my albums on all music platforms featuring artists from New York to California. True story. I mean, true story. I want y'all to really tap in, you know what I'm talking about, to a real one. All this madness in the earth, we gotta put an end to it. Like these youngins that's out of control, they gotta be disciplined. They gotta be dealt with. You can't be going shooting up no babies' birthday parties. That's where they get these people. They need to be dealt with. Check out the new album. Go download the albums produced by Santorio Hector on Apple Music, on Tidal, on Spotify, on Amazon, on Pandora, on all music streaming platforms, on Audio Mac, on Boom Play in Africa, on Agnani in East India, on Tencent in China. Yeah, I'm talking about. Shout out Young Jody from the Netherlands. I got to go, y'all. That was my attorney. I'm out.